Hey everyone, welcome to the next episode. We have our steel on site and we're underway with framing, so we'll give you a bit of a walk around, see what we've been up to. So while we've been waiting for the steel to arrive, we've been doing some framing on the big 40-foot container. What I've done is framed out using 75 by 70 by 35 pine. We put a layer of insulation on the inside between the container wall and the framing, and this is the stuff here, so it's just not a foil, it's actually got an insulation in between it, about 6mm thick. And what we'll do then is we'll get a foil board, which is polystyrene foam, and it'll actually fit in between the two joists, and then we'll just chip rock over it. So we've got pretty much this container a fair way down the track. This is just going down the passageway through into the bedroom. Then we'll just running the ceiling joist over the top. As you can see, we get heaps of room there, so we'll be able to fit some R5 ceiling bats in between it. That's the glory of these high cubes. About 2.7 internally, so I'll have a 2500 high ceiling and then be able to get the insulation bats above the ceiling. So we've finally got our steel work delivered and ready to go. We're making sure we keep old Curly Pop working away hard. We even managed to get my younger brother Brian down on his week off from his FIFO to do a bit of work as well. And finally the first beam in. Say hi, Sue. Visits from friends to come and see how it's going. Or actually probably to make sure that I'm actually bloody working.
Well, yeah.
And there's security dog Mimey. Say hello, Linda, for your first appearance on the YouTube.
I love my house.
So we've been busily spending a few weeks putting up all the steel work. This is the carport steel. Having some fun lugging huge bits of steel around, but all the basics are there. So just a skilling roof over the carport that goes up and bolts onto that container up there. Now that we've got the steel work and the columns are in, we can start framing out, or the stud framing. So this is the entry area with the porch just overhanging there. We've got a steel column going up through the middle. Entry door here, which we come up through into the entry area. And then this will be our dining and living area, and we've got the big stacking doors that are going in on the north side, and we've just been framing up around it, ready to clad. Steel column running through there. Now we've got this big beam that runs through the middle of our living area. That's because the containers above, most of the walls in between, will actually be cutting out, so it makes the container span quite long, so that beam goes through there just to support those two 40 footers above. So here's a bit of old technology for you. We've actually used a water level. So this is a floor in the big 40 footer, and then you set up a clear tube with water in and make sure it's got no air in it. And then over here, wherever you want it, is the other end, and you plonk it over there and the water will find a natural level. So we've managed to get a level from this container here, and that little bit of chipboard sitting in there will be the finished floor. We'll just put a chipboard floor in this sea container. So we've managed to get that level with the front door, which is a good 10 metres away, right over there. Very simple thing to use, and it gets it dead on. So this is the stacker door that we got going out onto the north side. Now we've actually recessed the sill. Normally this level down here, that would be the finished floor level, would be sitting in there. But we actually want our floor level to finish up here at the top. So you have a flush threshold as you walk out the door. So we've had to recess that sill so that that height there, when we transfer it over to that floor level over there, is nice and level. We're going to actually pave this floor in the living room. We're not going to do a concrete floor. So the paving will finish flush with that, and then it will finish flush with the floor level over there on the container. So with the fine weather that we've been getting over the last few weeks, we've managed to get quite a bit of work done. It's starting to look a little bit more like a home now. The next step is finish the framing out of the ground floor containers and to get lock up. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you soon for episode 6.